I'm going to share with you my plan to get to $1 billion a year in revenue. And I'm going to answer the number one question that I get most frequently, which is why we don't sell courses and why I give our stuff away for free. Without further ado, let's rock and roll. So my name is Alex Hormozi. For those of you who are new to the channel, I own acquisition.com. It's a portfolio of companies that does about $85 million a year in revenue. And the reason for that is because those companies pay for all the stuff that I have already. And I don't think selling a $1,000 course is really going to be that meaningful to me. So that being said, the exciting news is why we are doing this and what you have to gain from it. In growing acquisition.com, the portfolio companies, we've acquired a lot of skills along the way. So how to create offers, how to generate leads, how to monetize your acquisition so you can get customers for free, how to sell, how to scale sales teams, how to increase lifetime gross profit per customer, how to price adequately, like the beliefs around it, how to exit the business, all of these different things. At this point, we've already sold 7 businesses in my career. We have 6, I think, right now in our portfolio companies. We continue to want to acquire more. And so my entire thesis behind acquisition.com, and stay tuned because you're going to like the thing that I'm going to give you at the end. It's going to be sick and it's going to be worth more than a lot of stuff that you get on the internet. The reason that I do acquisition.com, the thesis behind it is that I believe the education system is broken. And many of you probably agree with me, right? Who wants to pay $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 a year, right, for an education that adds zero value? If you can get the same job at the same pay before you go in as you can get after you go to college, then what's the point, right? And not only that, because it's government subsidized, they don't let you get out of the debt, which is insane to me. In what world would you give an 18-year-old $200,000 they can never get out of? Right? It's like making an irreversible decision, and they do that because they saddle you with debt and they take 35% of your paycheck for the rest of your life. And you don't know that, but they're doing it through interest, all right? Anyways, that being said, enter acquisition.com. The reason I believe that this explosion of the guru space has happened over the last 10, 15 years is because the demand for high value skills has not changed. People want to work by and large. People want to provide value. People want to be good at something and exchange their time and effort and knowledge for money, right? But the thing is they're not getting the skills, and so they continue to seek, and the demand is there. It is just unsatisfied. And so because of technology, right, because of the changes in the world, technology, and I'll quote Naval Ravikant because I like this quote a lot, technology democratizes consumption and consolidates production. And what that means is if you're the best in the world, you get to do it for everyone. And so my thesis around acquisition.com is that education will become increasingly fragmented, meaning rather than one big glop of general education, people are going to get more and more niched down in the types of education that they learn. They'll learn how to become hairdressers. They'll learn how to become plumbers. They'll learn how to run gyms. They'll learn how to be online trainers. They'll learn how to be life coaches. They'll learn how to do whatever, fix ATM machines, whatever it is. There are skills that are niche and more high value that they can exchange in the marketplace for money, and they can feed themselves. And so my goal with acquisition.com is to give the thing that I have that is more valuable than money. For those of you who do follow our channel, my wife and I donate about $1 million a year right now of our personal income, and we've already signed away our wills that we will be donating the vast majority of our dollars to charities upon our death. The thing is that as much as I can give money, the thing that I can give at far more leverage and at far more scale is the skills that we have acquired in order to create that money. And I can do that at zero cost. And so that is the thesis behind this, is that I want to take all the skills that I have and transfer them to everyone else. And the idea here is that I can help as many people get to $1 million, $3 million, $5 million a year. And then maybe someday, if it's awesome, if you're at 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 and you'd like to get to 50 million, you'd like to get to 100 million, you'll allow us to help and invest in your business so we can do it together. Otherwise, everything we have is free. And today marks a very important announcement that I have for everyone on the channel. Mosey Nation, love you all. And it's for you guys. The first of 10 different courses, at least at this point, I have 10 that are outlined, that I will be releasing with books and audiobooks and downloads to go with it. So the first is $100 million offers. This is a book. You can get it on Amazon for 99 cents. Go grab it if you want the hard copy. I think this is like 20 bucks, but it's full color, full print, and that I make, I think, $1 on this. All right. And I donated all the stuff to charity anyways. So you can get that. And then on the site, you can get the downloads and all that stuff. You don't have to opt in anything. You can just click and download. It has all the checklists, all the SOPs, everything that we do to actually do this within our businesses. All right. You can just have them. And then we will be releasing all of the videos that you can find on the site, but you'll also find them here on YouTube as one playlist. All right, so you can watch them uninterrupted, no purchase necessary, nothing. And this is why I do this for free, is because candidly, I have gotten to a point where money only solves money problems. And I have solved all of my money problems, and what remain are problems that money can't solve. And so in an attempt to solve the problems that money can't solve, which for me are meaning in life, if I know that I'm going to be giving away everything that I have when I die, it sounds silly to not enjoy that giving process while I'm alive, and to give the thing that is more valuable, the most valuable thing that I have, which are the skills and the beliefs that I've acquired that have gotten us here, which I believe that anyone can acquire those skills, those traits and beliefs if they want to. And so I want to make that available to everyone and anyone who has that desire. And so that is the reason that I wrote the book. That is the reason that we have the courses. And that is the reason that I will continue to do this, because I really like it. And so I love you all. I am your number one fan. I'm rooting for you more than you can imagine. And because I know that when I die, eventually on a long enough time horizon, all of the money and wealth that our companies will amass will eventually get scattered to the wind, and the legacy that I will leave will eventually be forgotten. And so I might as well enjoy the ride with you. All that stuff will now be live. I will keep you guys posted as we release new courses and books. Please don't ask when they're coming out. The litmus test for when I will release it is when it is good enough to be better than the thing that you just had. And so I always want to make it better and better and better. And the difference between good and great is vast. And the difference between great and exceptional or remarkable is even wider. And it takes time to have several coats of paint on work and let it sit and let it marinate and let it simplify and distill, so that I can try and transfer the knowledge as quickly and as seamlessly from me to you as possible in a way that is not boring as hell. And so that is my goal. All right. And so at this point, the courses that will be coming out are first, the one that is now live is the $100 million offers course. How to make offers so good people feel stupid saying no. So right now, if you struggle to sell, you struggle to get leads, things like that, it's because usually your offer is poor, right? So if you're not good at sales, a lot of times the thing that you're actually selling people don't want. And there's ways to structure the offer so way more people will buy it. All right, this is one of the cornerstone pillars, and I had some of the other courses already outlined and written, but I realized I had to do this first. All right, so I'm teaching these courses in sequence for how you would do it to improve and build your business. The second course and book will be around lead generation. So once you have the offer, the thing that you're going to sell that people want, it's how do I get more leads? All right, so I'll show you the ways that we get leads in all the companies across all different channels and the processes that we follow to do that. The next one after that will be called money models. All right, so it's how you can grow without outside capital. All right, so we've been able to grow each of these businesses that we have without any outside capital because we use a process called client financed acquisition, which basically means that we use the money from the marketplace to fund our own growth. So we have a negative acquisition cost. It means it costs us less money to get a customer than we make in getting it. All right, and we can collect more than that in 30 days of cash, so we can continue to reinvest in acquisition. So the acquisition is no longer a bottleneck, which leads us naturally to the next thing, which is sales. So I'll show you how to script the sales process, choreograph the process, and the words and all that kind of stuff. That'll be the next book. All right, the book after that be scaling sales teams. All right, because that's a whole nother skill, is scaling the actual team and recruiting and compensation and management and training, all that stuff. And that's what really builds big enterprises. After that, we'll go into pricing and increasing lifetime gross profit per customer. So how do you actually do that in a way that is operationally efficient? All right, and so we've done this in a lot of companies. It's one of the things that we do very well, because the back end ultimately informs the front end. The more money you make per customer, the more that you can ultimately spend on acquisition and then scale the company as a result of that. And at the end of the day, the product is always going to be the number one thing that ultimately would determine the success of the company. People think it's about the marketing. If you want to make a little bit of money, sure, learn how to promote, learn how to market. Anyone can sell anything to somebody once, right? But the guys who build fortunes learn how that once they make a sale to get a customer. They don't get customers to make sales. Think about that for a second. You make a sale to create the relationship of a customer that then buys again and again and again and again, built on the trust and the value that you've provided in excess of the price that they paid, right? People pay, right, for the discrepancy between what they pay and what they get, right? That is the value. That is the customer surplus. That is where they feel like they got a good deal. And so a good deal has nothing to do with the price, but everything to do with the value. And so my goal here with everything that I have is that I'm pricing this at zero so that hopefully you get the most value humanly possible. And so anyways, Mosey Nation, I do this stuff for you guys. I do this because candidly, I enjoy it. I had an executive coach a while back when I was kind of feeling like I didn't have any meaning and there was just lots of money that was plowing in every week. And I was like, I don't know what I want to do. And she was like, well, what do you enjoy doing? And I was like, well, I enjoy reading, I enjoy writing, and I enjoy transferring the skills that I have to other people. And I like drawing the frameworks out so that I learn in teaching. And she was like, well, how can you design, a life around that? And so I went to work, and that was about a year and a half ago, was where the idea for acquisition.com started. And I was like, I want to help entrepreneurs in general, and I want to do it in a way that no one else is doing it. So that's why I'm doing this. And so, my goal is that if you're a new entrepreneur and you're, trying to make your first dollar, first million, or fifth million, whatever it is, that we can help you along the way. And long term, if you ever want us to invest in your business, if you've crossed the 5 million-ish threshold, you're 5 or 10 or 15, and you'd like to get to 30 or 50 or 100, then you'll allow us that fun opportunity with you. But otherwise, everything we have is free. Mosey Nation, keep being awesome, and I'll see you guys in the videos